Hey YouTubers, Raven here. We're on opposite sides today.
We are.
This is really weird.
It is weird.
I didn't think about that. But anyways, and we have new digs today.
Yeah, we're in her room.
Yes, my room. So, anyways, we're gonna be talking about Friday's episode of Wynonna Earp.
So it's season 3, episode 6. If we make it through December.
Well, they made it through December, maybe? I mean, Doc.
Barely.
But not all of them made it through December. But, anyways.
They all made it through, just changed or the same or
yeah.
whatever.
So, what did you think of the episode?
I thought it was a good episode. I liked it. I don't know. I felt like there was just a lot of, like, reveals, like, things that, you know, maybe you weren't expecting or I wasn't expecting, you know. Like, the stuff with Michelle knowing about, you know, Bobo. Like, she's, like, didn't know where he was, but then, like, she kind of did know where he was because he was in the well and stuff. And, like,
she's like, well, no, you can't invite your father, but you can invite Bobo.
Yeah, that was a lot.
Why would you invite Bobo to Christmas dinner? Like, I mean, what?
Yeah. So that was a little weird. And I don't know. I feel like she has more secrets than we.
Oh, yeah.
But, you know.
Mama's full of them.
She is.
Because she's full of it.
You know, and then when. And then when we really went to talk to Bobo and he told her about, you know. Daddy and what he did and all this stuff.
Yeah.
And then the whole Wynonna Doc thing, like, you know.
And she blew it out of proportion.
She did.
She always does.
And I mean, I think the reason that she's afraid to, like, admit how she feels about him is because she always loses people that she's close with. So she doesn't like to get too close because then, you know, maybe he'll die or something bad will happen. I mean, he's already dead, technically. But
something bad did happen. He chose to become a vampire.
He did. He chose the vampire life.
Yeah.
So, I was kind of pissed at him for that. I'm like, oh yeah, really? Why?
Yeah, I mean, I get that he's like old fashioned. In the whole to death do us part thing. She was dead when you married, so technically that part of the marriage binding contract ended the second you both said I do because she was already dead.
Right.
And the fact that, like, they actively chased after demons, him and Wyatt.
Yeah.
How did he not figure out, with all the hints she was giving him, that his wife was a vampire? I mean, like, she's like, I'm the same person you met.
necessarily.
very much a one person.
He is, but I don't know. Like, I think he truly wants to be with Wynonna.
Yeah.
But he
needs someone who can say that, yes, I love you.
He also wants to help his wife.
Yeah. And I think...
Because he's a loyal person.
Mm-hmm.
And he cares about people.
Yeah. I think in the moment under the mistletoe with Wynonna, he was willing to say, like, if she said I love you, he was willing to say, F my wife, like, it's just you and me.
Right.
And she couldn't say it.
Yeah.
And I think that's what sent him running back to her.
Mm-hmm.
It was because he probably thought that she'd never be able to say it.
Yeah.
But I think that by the end of the season, like, when... I think it'll be the end of the season, something happens, pisses her off. She'd be like, F it. Damn it, Doc. Why'd you do this? I loved you.
Yeah.
And, like, I think by the end of the season that will happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it'll probably be the season finale that happens, because there's not many episodes.
There's 12.
Yeah.
And this was episode 6, so we're halfway through.
Yeah. And I mean, she's gonna have to deal with the fact that he's a vamp now.
Mm-hmm. If he tells her.
It's your extra credit. onesie, but like with this
In your
unzip,
underwear.
you're like, uh-huh.
In your underwear.
Well, if it's pajamas.
You know what I mean, okay? Stop.
But yeah, like, I love onesies. They're so comfy.
Every time I see the mom, I just keep thinking of her in that other role. Like, it's really hard for me to see her in anything else but that. Yeah. And I mean, she's a great actress, but like, I just keep seeing that.
Yeah, I don't, because I never saw that. But
The new TV show on Netflix is really cute.
I've thought about watching the one on Netflix.
It's good.
But yeah, like, this episode, it did have some payoffs. It tied up the storyline with the missing boyfriend, or not yet, their soon-to-be boyfriend of Jeremy.
Mm-hmm.
It tied up that.
Natalie retired.
Yes, I've been waiting for that.
Makes Nicole become sheriff.
Yes. So, she can't be Santa next year because she's a woman. So, are we not going to have a Santa? We're going to have a Mrs. Claus?
She can be a female Santa.
She can be Mrs. Claus.
Wynonna can be Santa.
Oh my gosh. Can you imagine that?
She would be Santa? She would dress up as Santa?
Okay, she would dress up as Santa. She would sit there with a beer in her hand and a child.
Yep.
So what do you want this year, kid? No, you ain't getting it. You've been bad.
Yeah, she'd do that.
Good luck. Oh, you've been really naughty. You're on the naughty list. What did you want? Yeah, no, not for you. She is so horrible. Oh my gosh.
But it would be funny.
For us, not those children. Which, I mean, by the way, what idiot would see what's going around this town and stay and raise their children there?
I mean, I'm sure that Nedley would probably still play Santa even though he's retired.
Well, I don't know after this year because of what happened.
Yeah, maybe not.
I mean, he's probably still going to be in the show. You know.
Some of the people leave shows all the time.
I know.
It's so hard to invest yourself anymore because you don't know if they're going to stay or leave.
Yeah. That's true. It's even more true on Game of Thrones.
That's why I don't watch that show.
You should.
No.
You would love it.
No, I wouldn't.
Yes, you would. The girls are kick-ass.
So I can watch other shows with female kick-ass characters. I don't need to watch Game of Thrones for that.
They're young kick-ass characters. It's awesome. And Brienne of Tarth is amazing. I'm sorry. Tallest
It's
woman
not
I've
for
ever
everybody.
Seen. But anyways, I think we're probably gonna get to see Julian within the next episode or two.
Hopefully.
Um.
I'm hoping.
Yeah. I think. See, or her dad being an angel and him running off when she was born. I'm just having an issue wrapping my mind around this.
Yeah.
Because of, I mean, what we talked about last week and
Right.
how I felt about that.
Mm-hmm.
But it doesn't make sense to me that an angel would run away the moment the kid is born.
Right.
I mean...
Maybe because it was an affair?
Well, again, why would it be an angel? I mean, we're going back to last week's argument. But still, the whole thing is just, I'm so lost by this. I mean, like, I'm not lost. I understand what happened. There was the la-la and the la-la and the crying thing popped out 9 months later. I get that. Like, I get what happened. I understand. But the fact that he's an angel and how he treated it is what I don't understand. I'm not even sure that he's actually an angel. I mean, maybe he himself isn't a full angel. Maybe he himself is a Nephilim, making Waverly only like a quarter Nephilim. But it's also interesting that Waverly hasn't shown any signs of being otherworldly.
Yeah.
I mean, other than the fact that she was able to shoot the gun, but that was on Wynonna's command. Yeah. And then it burnt her afterwards, which is making me even more confused. Like, if she's an angel, why did it burn her? Because I almost called her Lauren. Jolene was not, like, officially part of her. Yeah. They were just connected through birth. But yeah, like, it's still really confusing for me, that part.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, it is, because, like, you know, if she's an angel, then she should, or half angel, she should be able to use the peacemaker.
Yeah, she should be able to use peacemaker. She should,
unless it's just, like, specifically for air.
Well, I mean, it is, but still, like, it shouldn't burn her like it did. I think that she should be able to show abilities of some kind. I mean, like, angels are great warriors. They're great at a lot of things. Mm-hmm. I mean, at this point in time, I'm basically... The only thing that I am seeing that Waverly is probably good at is having the la 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 with Nicole. I'm saying la 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 because, like, there is Christmas episode.
Yeah.
And, you know, fa la 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 la. Mm-hmm. So I'm going la la la.
I get it.
Yeah. But I mean, like, at this point, that seems like her only ability is that she has great la la with Nicole. Like, I mean,
no comment.
They did the la la like 2 or 3 times this episode.
Yes, but we only heard it once.
I know. We heard it twice.
What?
Yeah, twice. Once in the beginning.
When Wynonna put the earmuffs on.
Right. And then again later when Wynonna was helping her mom wash the dishes after Christmas dinner. Mm-hmm.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah. And then at the end of the episode, when she was doing the sexy dance, and she like, and obviously, I mean, we know what would happen next. La 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 la, and the la la, and the like, yeah, that would happen.
Say it.
It would make it the sex.
Sexy time.
Yes. So they did it 3 times this episode, and I'm like, is that her only angel ability? Like, is she inherently just like, I'm good at sex? Like, is that her only thing?
I mean, I guess. I don't
know. I mean, like, wouldn't there be something that she should be able to do?
There probably is, but it's just not being revealed yet. We have 6 more episodes. No. They're slowly bringing stuff out.
Maybe she can... Oh, wait. No, we do know something she can do. She healed herself, or was that the demon that healed her?
I think it was the demon.
Damn it. Because I was going to say she could, you know, make Doc human again.
Yeah, I think it was.
Maybe she's gonna
Stop hitting me.
Come on, I went like that.
No, you're like.
Maybe she's like gonna exorcise and she'd be like, Doc, be human. Bam. And then the vampiric would just, like, a big black ooey gooey cloud just comes out of Doc like it does in Supernatural.
Yeah.
And then Doc is human again. I don't know.
Maybe.
I want to know what makes her special since she's an angel.
And like I said, we'll probably find out just because this is halfway through the season, so we have 6 more episodes left.
Mm-hmm.
And they're slowly bringing out more information kind of each episode, so I'm sure we're going to find something out soon.
Yeah, it's just that we found out in season 1 that she probably wasn't really an Earp.
Yeah.
And it took till season 3 for us to, like, find out what the hell happened.
Yeah.
I mean, in season 2, we found out she wasn't an Earp.
Right.
But it feels like they're only doing one major reveal for her life each season.
Mm-hmm.
So, for season 1, we find out maybe she's not an Earp. Season 2, we find out definitely she's not an Earp.
Right.
And she thinks my daddy's a demon. I mean, I thought that. And so did she. But then, season 3, my dad's an angel and he left me a birth. Like, so are we going to have to wait till season 4 to find out something else? Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, that's, I don't know, it feels like it's stupid to me.
Well, hopefully we'll find out a little bit more.
Yeah. I like that they saved everyone.
Yeah.
I wonder what
I'm
was
glad
really
Jeremy
going on.
finally gets to be happy.
Yeah. I want to know what's really going on. What was really going on in the...
that was pretty
like,
bad.
Bullshard put a seed in his mouth and then fed them some green goo.
Ew.
And it seemed like maybe it was supposed to kill him, right? Because the guy covered the kid's eyes, Jeremy's boyfriend.
Yeah.
But then, when Jeremy's boyfriend volunteered him, I can't remember his name, so he's Jeremy's boyfriend. And they're not even actually together yet. They haven't gone on their first date.
But they kissed.
I know they haven't gone on a date yet though. He had green goo still like on his cheek a little bit when they got rescued. So I'm like, something is going to happen with him. He had he had to have already had the seed in his mouth and was fed at least a little of the goop before everyone ran away. So the seed is inside of him because the goo would have pushed it down his throat, so it's somewhere in his system. He still has, I mean, he had to have swallowed, not really actually swallowed, but gagged down some of the green goo. So what type of effect is this going to have? And it's going to really screw with Jeremy that the only guy he can land is now, like, messed up himself. But, yeah. I kind of did a little mini celebration when Jeremy and him kissed. I was like, finally, Jeremy's not alone.
You didn't say anything, though.
I know, I didn't. I kind of smiled and did one of these, like, just like a fist clench. Like, yes. But, like, I didn't even go like this or like that. Yes. I just went like that. Like, it was just such a small, like, little thing. I just clenched my fist and I smiled. Like, it was a really small celebration because, I mean, they didn't really say if Jeremy was gay or not until he started looking for a boyfriend.
Yeah, they didn't.
they left it very ambiguous. And very, like, it was just very up in the air.
Because
it seems like he was more bi than anything.
Right.
And, like, he had a major crush on Doc.
Which I know this is totally, like, not even the same show, but, like, it goes into how I felt about the whole Willow thing. Because, like, they could have at least, you know, given a little bit more. I know you explained it to me, but, like, because she was with guys at first.
Yeah.
So they could have at least kind of been like, okay, well, you know, she's probably bisexual. But she goes from being with Oz to being in a really serious relationship with Tara, and then just all of a sudden being a lesbian. Like, I don't know. It just kind of, like, bothered me.
Right.
Because it's like they could have at least made it a little bit more obvious instead of the way that they went about it.
Yeah.
And I understand that it was probably one of the first times they were introducing that and things like that, but still.
Yeah. But I mean, also in her case, she was away at college for the first time.
Yeah.
And I mean, really, it was her first relationship.
But she was
at
still
college. She was experimenting.
She was still with Osmond. No, she wasn't. Was she?
No. He went
off
on tour or something right after graduation. But I mean,
I don't know.
most people try to experiment in college.
Yeah, and I just have my opinions about it.
Yeah.
Because I mean, a lot of times, like, if they are, I mean, yeah, I understand a lot of that when people come out, if they're, like, gay or bisexual. In high school, they usually come out after that. Sometimes they come out in high school, but a lot of times
if they're brave enough.
A lot of times they're questioning or figuring it out when they're in high school. And when she was in high school, it was just like, I have a crush on Xander, and I'm with Oz. So it's like, you know.
Right.
I don't know. It just.
Yeah.
Because at first, like, when Jeremy was on, like, you know, you didn't really know what he was. Like,
I just assumed he was straight. Which
yeah,
is
me too.
I mean, then again,
I thought he liked Wynonna. I thought he liked Waverly or whatever.
I mean, I understood that I thought he was fanboying over Doc for the longest time. It took me a while to understand that he was crushing on Doc.
Yeah.
But I think that, like, just assuming that a character is straight until otherwise proven is, like, something that we need to stop doing because, like, it's just...
Well, especially with the shows nowadays. Because a lot of the shows nowadays are introducing that more.
Yeah.
So we kind of have to just assume, you know, just not even assume, just be like, okay, you know, I'm just going to watch this and see where it goes. This
is a character, their gender or sexuality is ambiguous until otherwise proven.
Right.
But I mean, especially for this show, because it's already done so much. Like, yeah. But well, I think they should have done it better with him.
Yeah, I do too.
They did fairly well with Waverly, because she started, like, she may have been with the football jock.
Who was a jerk, by the way.
Right.
He wasn't even cute.
No, not really. Like, she started questioning a lot. Like, she was like, why do I have feelings? Like, what's going on? Like, she went through something.
Yeah.
Before she's like, okay.
And then Jeremy, like, he was just a nerd. He was a scientist. And, like, he didn't
know. You didn't know about him. And he didn't really... I mean, he shouldn't have to say that he's gay.
No.
But, I mean... For us, the fans, we couldn't tell. I mean...
A lot of people can, though. Sometimes before other people.
Yeah, like the whole gaydar thing. But, I think that they were trying to have his romantic preference be explained through his obsession with Doc and dolls. But I don't think that worked. Because Doc was like, oh my gosh, it's Doc Holliday. Like, who's not going to fanboy out?
Right.
And I think that, I mean, that's how I read it, that he was just a constant fanboy and really admired him. And that he's just he's a strange person to begin with.
Right.
So I figured that everything he was doing that would have been considered I have a crush on you was more like I'm a fanboy and I'm weird anyways. You know?
Mm-hmm.
And then with dolls, when he kind of exhibited those things with dolls, I was just like, well, yeah, it's another man in his life that carries a gun when he just carries a syringe, and he's a wimp, and dolls isn't.
Right.
He respects dolls, and he admires dolls, and he's a fan of, he wishes he could be dolls.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so that's how I thought of it. Yeah. I never thought, oh, yes, everything he says and does and how he acts means he's interested in these two men. No, I just thought he admired them and wished he could be them or more like them. Because that's how they played it off as. Mm-hmm. Not, oh my gosh, I want to, make Lala with you.
Right. And I mean, most shows nowadays have, one straight couple and, maybe one not straight couple.
Right.
And then, a character that might be trans or might be, gay or something like that. So, I mean, they're introducing that pretty much in every show nowadays.
Right.
So.
But yeah, they should have done Jeremy a lot better.
Mm-hmm. And it's also because he probably wasn't on it from the start either.
Yeah, but, I mean, that's not something that takes a whole lot to explain. He was, even though we didn't know him as a person, he has history in the show's lore. Because he was working for Black Badge.
Right.
So, he already had a personality. He was already established. Mm-hmm. So, they could have just went yeah, no, I'm into guys. Mm-hmm. Maybe a girl hits on him at a bar or something. Mm-hmm. It's easily just boom, no, he's gay. But they didn't. And they left it up in the air. It's did they not know what they were going to do with him?
Probably not.
And I think that is just bad writing. Yeah. That just bothers me that they wrote in a character they didn't know what they were going to do with, and then they're just oh, let's make him gay. That's what it felt like.
I know how you feel about bad writing. You went into a long-ass rant about that on the Outpost review.
I do that every week on the Outpost review.
Yeah, but it was even more so on last week.
Oh, yes, I got very heated.
Yes, you
did. My face got red at a moment.
Calm down.
Yes, I think I was so angry, so heated about it that my face got red for a minute.
And I was just kind of sitting there I think it's okay,
Yeah. But yeah, that's basically where I kind of stand with everything.
Yeah, I mean, I like seeing the mom on there, learning more about everything regarding that and Waverly's father and how she knows Bobo and everything.
Yeah. And Bobo, and I like learning Bobo's interactions with Waverly since she was born.
Right. So, I mean, that's the stuff that I'm liking right now. So.
I mean, they kind of did hint that Waverly was an angel since day one, because Bobo always called her Waverly, my angel. Mm-hmm. And we never really understood that. Once we got the explanation of why he was so attached to Waverly, from when Wynonna went back in time, at least me, myself, was just oh, yeah, no. He just assumes that Waverly is the one that was there. Waverly is the one that cared for him. Mm-hmm. Waverly was his angel. And so and he promised to always protect Waverly. So, there you have it. Waverly will always be his angel.
Right.
But it went deeper than that. And that's kind of interesting that they played on our expectations of the phrase "my angel," and I think that was kind of cool. But like I said, I have issue with how they've played it out since then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I can't wait for next week.
Or this week.
This week.
This Monday.
Whatever, the next episode.
Friday's episode. Yes.
Because we'll probably end up getting more about Julian. So, anything else that you have? I think I've basically covered everything I wanted to say.
It's called I Fall to Pieces. Lady Luck seems to have abandoned Wynonna and Nicole when an errand for Nedley goes terribly wrong and Mama discovers Doc's secret.
I told you, Mama and Wynonna ain't stupid.
Yeah, but she's gonna find out before Wynonna.
Yeah, but Wynonna's on a mission with Nicole, though.
Yeah.
So she wouldn't have been home to find it out. Okay. Well, hey, it's a bonding experience since apparently for some dumb as hell reason, Wynonna and Nicole don't get along.
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me.
Hopefully they can get along better.
I don't, there's no reason why they shouldn't. It seems like they did in the beginning, then just randomly this season they've announced that Nicole and Wynonna don't get along.
Wynonna's a hard person to get along with.
Yeah, but they seemed fine last season. They worked together perfectly well. They meshed as a team really well. And then this season, it's just like they just, all of a sudden you hear Waverly going, I know you two don't like each other, but, and I'm sitting there going, wait, what? When the hell was that established?
Yeah. I mean, TV shows are very unpredictable sometimes.
That's not unpredictable. That's worse than bad writing. That's going backwards on a character arc.
Yeah.
And
it's not unpredictable, but I just mean there's always gonna be some flaw that's gonna be in the TV show that we're gonna get mad about.
Yeah, but I don't enjoy
more than one.
I don't enjoy being mad about more than one thing about Wynonna.
I know, but it's gonna happen no matter what.
Wynonna's so good.
Even if it's a show you love. Believe me, I loved Glee, and it had tons of flaws.
Well, Glee was flawed, period.
Tons of flaws. Hey, you love Buffy, and that's season 6 is just... Don't even get me started.
I can't wait for Dark Willow for you.
I'm angry at her.
I just can't wait till you reach Dark Willow.
Let's just say Willow deserved to have Tara leave.
Yeah.
She did. You can disagree with me. You can hate on me.
I totally agree with you.
I don't care. She needed to feel that pain, and she needed to understand what it was like, because she told Tara she was not going to use her magic, and she used her magic. So you know what? Tara left.
Yeah.
And now Willow has to deal with the consequences of that.
Yeah.
So it serves her right.
And then
I am not happy with her right now.
And I kind of wish
I'm on Buffy's, Spike's, and Giles' side right now. I am not on Xander's, Anya's, or Willow's, or Tara's side right now.
Yeah. If you guys know what we're talking about, I hope you guys do know what we're talking about. If not, you need to fix that right away. But
go to Hulu and watch it.
Yeah. But then you all know what I know about the Black Willow story arc and what's coming.
I'm on season 6, and I'm the last episodes I saw was the musical episode and the one that comes after that. So I'm on episode 9 of season 6, I think.
You guys know what's coming, and along with me, you wish certain characters had more screen time.
But yeah, I'm not happy with her friends right now. I'm not. Oops. But that's for another thing.
It is. But yeah. So let's all feel sorry for her having to go through the Black Willow for the first time. Take a moment of silence. Okay. So, moment's over.
Obviously.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I
think we covered everything and more.
Mhm.
So I suppose until
Until
next
next time,
time, keep sending those revenants back to hell.